Hey there, fellas. I'd like to give a toast to the final four of the Gridiron Gala. Good luck, boys. Fucking roll it! Hello, everyone. I'm wearing women's underwear, and this is the Weekly Giggity. Alright, let's hop right into it now. Round 1 is over, and we have the final 4. The remaining 6 owners will play for draft position this week, and Corey has made his choice for his semi-final opponent. Wednesday waivers were short but sweet as Sam and Corey shelled out for some defenses. Corey gets the Patriots, big surprise, and Sam grabs the Panthers for $5 each. Some notable drops this week were Areola dropping Juju Smith-Schuster and his $70 contract in order to make room for Christian McCaffrey. Mecole Hardman, Malcolm Brown, and Kyle Rudolph were other notable drops. Well, like I said, I'm trying to keep it a little shorter, so let's just jump right in to that weekly recap, shall we? All right. But first, let us shit on those who shit on you. Kyle Rudolph, Hayden Hurst, Benny Snell, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Christian Kirk, Jerry Jeudy, Hunter Henry, and a negative 3 points for Mike Badgley. More like the phony Badger, right? Okay, match 1, the free-for-all. One man ran away with it, another was behind early and stayed there. It came down to 2 of you on Tuesday night for a shot at the ship. Noor had a very strong week with Rogers, Adams, and Monty all putting up more than 20. Solid days for most of his supporting cast let Noor just sit back and enjoy the weekend with ease. Slater struggled all around, aside from Jefferson. Unfortunately, his bench would not have helped him out either. His bottom 3 combined for only 5 points, and 2 goose eggs put him out of contention early. The real matchup here was Jason and Sam. Jason wasn't looking too good until Sunday night when Butker kicked 5 field goals and gave the Gala's Ginger 17 points. Meanwhile, Tyreek the Freak only gave Sam 8. Going into Monday night, with a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver still remaining, Jason needed 32 points to get the tiebreaker win against Sam. Debo wasn't utilized until the second half, and the questionable start of Benny Snell proved to be foolish. Needing 25 points from Lamar Jackson on Tuesday night against a shitty Cowboys defense seemed hopeful. But the 2 goose eggs for Bobo shot him in the dick as he falls just 1 point short of advancing to the semifinals. Noor and Sam move on. Noor 122, Sam 87, Jason 86, and Slater 60. Not going to do any shockers or showstoppers for the free-for-all. There were a bunch of goose eggs and some big numbers. Whatever. Match 2, Kevin versus Gomez. It looks like Kevin just didn't give a shit about the first overall pick as he decided not to start a defense. His highest scoring player only getting 13 points, and a couple that didn't score at all didn't help either. Gomez had a strong week led by Cam and Waller, and no Josh Jacobs didn't seem like much of a problem. He did have quite a few disappointing scores, but the few big numbers were enough to secure him a win as he demolishes the beer bitch 56-96. Duh! The fact that Kevin left the Buffalo defense on his bench. It wouldn't have made a difference in the outcome, but the lack of trying seems strange to even the most psychotic of people, including myself. Darren Waller was a baller against the Jets on Sunday. Waller tied the Gridiron Gala record for a tight end on a single day, which was Corey's Gronk back in 2014. Waller caught 13 balls for 200 yards and 2 scores, getting 32 points. Match 3, Ferralis versus Areola. Forgot to take a shot on the Kevin versus Gomez one. I picked Kevin. I don't know why, because I'm an idiot. Anyway, Ferralis versus Areola. What's going on with Russell Wilson? 3 of the last 4 weeks, he has scored less than 15 points. But that wasn't the only issue for the former champ. His only other player in double digits was Adam Thielen with 13 points. The whole team struggled to score. Areola was led by a strong running back play and a good outing from the Colts defense. Mahomes also fails to score 20, but it didn't matter, as Nipple had plenty of leeway and moves on to play Gomez for the first overall pick, beating Ferralis 59-90. Austin Eckler looked like his old self in his return to the Chargers last week, but Sunday against the Patriots, the entire offense couldn't get anything going. Belichick is notorious for shutting down rookie quarterbacks, and the struggles of Herbert leaked into Eckler and Henry. Ecky totaled only 68 yards, while Henry was held to only 1 catch for 5 yards.
Showstopper.
James Robinson is arguably the free agent pickup of the year, and he played as advertised against the Vikings. Robinson totaled 108 yards, with a touchdown, giving Nipple 16 points. Alright, semifinals, let's get into the more fucking upcoming matchups, y'all. Yeah. Up and coming.
Matchups.
Okay. Everybody is playing for something this week, but only 4 are playing for a ring that Kevin will purchase and present come August. Corey had the choice of playing either Noor or Sam, and he came to the conclusion his best odds of advancing were going up against the 6th seed Sand Spider in Noor. So let's start it off there, huh? Match 1, Noor versus Corey. Noor and his Aaron Rodgers and David Montgomery will head to downtown to take on Corey, and is that a chub? Nah, just my dick. Noor coming off a big week with his Packer stack continuing to rack, and Montgomery with back-to-back 20-plus weeks with Bill Lazor calling plays in Chicago. The aforementioned 4 have plus matchups with the Lions and Texans. Kyler has struggled lately for Corey, and Chubb and Dalvin have some tough matchups with the Ravens and Bucks. Recently acquired Eric Ebron has 7 receptions in each of his last 2 games, and we could see that again in what could be a shootout with Buffalo. Early projections got this one at 100-109, Corey. Even with the tough matchups, it's hard to bet against Corey's running backs. DK and Adams could easily cancel each other out, and I do like Rodgers over Kyler, who is up against a confident Giants defense. The return of James Conner is big for Noor, and I have a feeling that Mike Williams is due for a big week. I'm going to take Noor in the upset. Match 2, Sam versus Tony. We got a football movie theme here, as Sam's Remember the Taysums, hashtag make Corey draft again, hashtag 274, will head to Nike Starbucks PlayStation 4 field to take on Tony and the Alvincible. The big question here is whether or not Drew Brees will return to the field, though it is likely he will sit another week. Taysom has the Eagles and Big Ben will play Buffalo, both projected 17 for Sam. Tony also has a choice to make at quarterback, as both of his boys have plus matchups. A few questionable tags on some big names in this matchup are somewhat worrisome for both owners. And Sam and Tony both have options at the running back position to choose from. Gallo projects this one at 99-106, Tony. Both guys could be kicking themselves come Sunday as they got some tough start-sit decisions to make. Gallman seems like a guarantee to get in the end zone, and Akers has been the Rams' best back lately. Gibson with a doubtful designation and Carson and Julio a little banged up doesn't help Tony's anxiety this weekend. Maybe it will turn into a battle of the kickers. I'm going to take Tony. Match 3, Slater versus Jason. Playing for the 5th pick in the draft, Slater and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air will head to the stick to battle Bobo and a chip in a chair. Deshaun in Chicago isn't too comforting to go along with this poor running back play. On the other hand, Jason has plus matchups up and down, led by Lamar and Henry. Godwin likely not practicing this week as the pins were taken out of his finger. This matchup is projected at 99 to 105, Jason. Aside from Zeke and Hurst, I'm not a fan of Tishy's team this week. Henry only put up 8 points last time that he played Jacksonville, so I imagine that he really wants to run all over them as he has in the past. Jason is in the same boat with his running backs as Singletary has to go up against the Steel Curtain. I'll go with Jason. Match 4, Gomez versus Areola. Battle for the first overall pick. Gomez, and now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain, my friends. I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, which I'm certain I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more, no, I did it my way. We'll head to the east side to take on Areola and, hey, Mr. Robinson. Gomez will have Tom Brady fresh off a bye, but Areola will get his stud and Christian McCaffrey back. Curious to see if Gomez will start Adrian Peterson against the Packers after he has put up 17 points in each of the last 2 weeks. Nipple has plus matchups up and down aside from Mostert going up against a tough Washington defense. Projections are 95 to 110 Areola. Even if Gomez gets Jacobs back, he's going up against the Colts, which is far from sexy. His hit or miss wide receivers also don't fill me with confidence. Mike's running backs can really go off, and I imagine both Robinsons will find the end zone. I'm taking Areola. Match 5, Kevin versus Ferrales. Playing for the 3rd pick in the draft, Kevin and his Need Mo Beer, wave that one for the beer, bitch, will take on Ferrales and the Hide or Die squad. The quarterback carousel continues for the Bear Bitch as he will likely be starting his 6th different quarterback since week 7. Russell should be able to break 20 here as he will be at home against the Jets. The running backs don't look too hot here as the projections got this one at 84 to 103 Ferrales. Hopefully we see some activity out of the Bear Bitch and he plugs in a defense this week. Ferrales bottom 3 looks strong, and well, I'll just say it straight up. Ferrales has the advantage up and down the lineup. I'm going to take Mike. Okay, fellas. 2 more weeks with this league. That's it. Next year, move to a 16-week season. Might as well get that 1 more week of fantasy in. Possibly 1 more show from yours truly. Congratulations to Sam and Noor for moving on. And then Tony and Corey to round out the final 4. And congratulations to Areola and Gomez for a shot at the first overall pick. Let's see some close ones, huh? At least we got to see a close free-for-all there. It came down to the wire on Tuesday night. That's exciting. It'd be nice to see an exciting one in the first overall pick, the consolation bracket as well. I'm pretty fucking hungry. And this is the Weekly Giggity. choice is yours.
I'm gonna chase Alice down the rabbit hole a little further.
Fuckers.